Well, someone had asked me to do a video on the current Tomb Raider teams, and at first I was really hesitant to do it because of the amount of drama that can take place between them. I didn't want to exacerbate any drama that is currently going on between the teams, but I can say this, is that if you look here behind me, that says Team Deadly Silence, but the spearheader of it is Colt King Cobra. I can tell you, when I came over from the PS3 platform over to the PS4, we went up against Colt King Cobra, Stud Muffin, the Tomb Raider NJ, Zomara, JC816, who we knew as Billy Big Nuts back on PS3, and who else was there on that team? Bat and Ido, they played with them, Batu Hansoilu and Ido Jack. We went up against them, and we were, I guess, known as Jinx Squad True Eyes. And the name behind Jinx Squad True Eyes was pitting me as the leader. I took care of diplomacy. I would go in and I would talk to people, organize things, make sure that there was no hard feelings and all that sort of stuff. Or let hard feelings be if that need be the case, but hardly that was. There were a couple people that I did have to have some serious conversations with. I think the people over time that have come to know me, they realize that I have very serious conversations when something is involved. But anyway, Colt did this thing against us. We battled it out. There's plenty of videos on my YouTube channel of us doing that. If you look at True Eyes versus Team Unstoppable is what they called themselves. Eventually I got Jill Mysterious involved to help us. And he did help us there for a while, and then we kind of started hanging out with him predominantly most of the time. Tomb Raider NJ eventually fell out of that because Batu, Hansoilu, and Ido Jack kept harassing him, and so he kind of created his own. Basically, it's the same people involved in these teams. There's just been an exchange left and right. You have 60 Love and somebody else that did a YouTube video about Tomb Raider NJ, and it was very a discouraging video, and it shouldn't have been published. It was published without his consent. He didn't put anything like that up on the internet. It basically was something that leaked out, and they used it against him to basically make him feel ostracized and low. And nobody in the entire Tomb Raider community could stand behind it except for the two that spearheaded the stupid YouTube video where they called him a big fat pig. But anyway, as time went on, parts of our team, like the people that played and helped me, some of the Team Blue Angel people helped us out. One of the players that helped us out majorly was DTG Tomb Raider, and Mystic Mist and Cutie Nerdy also came around, as well as Kajil Red Fox, Dark Passenger, and Tekken Warrior. So I was happy to see them, and that they came and helped us out while we were undergoing all of this. There were some pretty heated battles, some pretty heated messages that went back and forth between Team Unstoppable and my own team, or our team that we had. It's still kind of there. The friendship circle is still there. That's why it's very strange when people ask me about my team, Jinx Squad or True Eyes. It's almost like they're two different teams, but they're kind of one and the same. You're not necessarily talking about a team, you're talking about a group of friends. And we do have each other's back. Mohammedism has always been a long-term friend of mine. That will never change, not that I foresee. But as DTG left Tomb Raider and went to Uncharted because he was getting tired of the drama, as Colt had been his friend for a very long time and ended up sending some nasty messages and well, I don't know, some drama did inspire there, and he ended up leaving. For what it's worth, Colt did apologize and did feel bad about the things that he said. A lot of the things that made people's feelings hurt, there were apologies given back and forth. Like I said, it's really hard to pinpoint an exact team in all of this because they've changed and switched places so many times. One thing I can tell you for sure is that Batu Han Soilu and Ido Jack will always be a thing. They are brothers. And TJ and I will always be a thing because, well, that's my partner. So that's the way that goes. But like the team members have been kind of interchangeable since. It just depends on who's done what to who this time. I hate to say that, and I know that might be offensive to some of the players out there, but please try not to take offense to it. I'm trying to be as unbiased about this as I possibly can be. I'm just trying to tell the story from both sides without upsetting either side, which is really difficult to do. But here, oh wait, that's different. There, here on Team Deadly Silence, which is Colt's new team, as far as I know, Stud Muffin and Zomera don't play anymore. But you have Jill Mysterious, Danny 266. Danny's a really talented player from Romania, quite young, very skilled. H9111, Hyro, Lara LC101, that's Player Evil. There's also another name. Oh, can you hear the lovely sirens in the background? But anyway, G-Unit, who is actually a member of Team Blue Angel, but he's apparently helping Colt out with this. Aries Zengetsu, I know who he is now. He said he knew me from PS3, and I kept trying to guess who the fuck he was. Aries, I know who you are now. TJ told me about it, and I was like, oh, I won't spoil it, though. I will say that I have both of your usernames in a video that I'm about to display. I'll do 2 releases. I'll do a main release with this video in it, and then I'll do another release with you guys tagged in it, so you can look through the players that belong to teams and kind of play like teams, or just really super hardcore players that play along with team leaders or people that do play in teams. Like, for instance, Painkiller. He's not a member officially of any team, but me and several of my friends will play with him, and we have a great amount of respect for him because he will give it his all, and he will try even if all the odds are against him. So hats off to you, Player Evil. I think, or not Player Evil, Player Evil too, but I'm talking about Painkiller. Painkiller, hats off to you. You are an incredible person. Like, I love how that you don't take the game seriously, that you just come in and you play, and even when the odds are against you, you still play because you've come to the realization that even if you die, you're going to spring back to life because it's a game. And I just like how that you don't take it personal. And that's a way to avoid the drama right there, is don't take any of it personally. It's a game. I have respect for both sides of the team. Right now we're talking about Team Deadly Silence, though. Going on. Speedy Rabbit. I know him personally. He once bore the name True Eyes on his account. Laura Croft 2000, she doesn't much care for me. She says I use too many bombs. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. But if you're really far away, and I have this sawed-off shotgun, which is actually a shot pistol, and you have pincushion on, and like Laura Croft 2000, I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but sometimes your internet connection is terrible, and you will sink into the floor, and then you'll fly up into the sky, and then you'll go off into the wall. And it's really hard to know exactly where you are actually at, because the server is not communicating between the PlayStations properly. And especially when you have pincushion, and I use a bow quite a lot, everybody knows that, I throw a bomb. Sometimes I throw a bomb because I don't know where you're at, and I just hope the blast radius gets you. because you're on the other team. I don't carry ceasefire deals. I don't like them. I really don't. And a lot of times I've been put in some really trashy situations that are really hard, where I'm up against 4 60s by myself. That's hard to do. But anyway, like, I'm sorry that I blow you up, but I mean, at least I'm not using a modded controller, or at least I'm not using a special weapon. I use them from time to time, but I'm playing within the game's parameters here. The game gave me bombs to use and a special weapon. I'm not using the special weapon. I am using the bombs. I'm sorry that you feel the way that you do. But yes, you are a challenging player. You're good. And I mean, like, you really gonna be mad at me because I threw a bomb at you? And it's not always my last resort. I can think of plenty of instances where I've killed you using just the bow or the shotgun. I've done it. I'm not saying that you're better than me, and I'm not saying that I'm better than you. You're a skilled player, and I enjoy playing against you because you are challenging. It's fun. I like it. Anyway, Lady Killer, she's a good friend of mine. She's really, really nice, although I wish she would stop picking on noobs. Same with Joe Mysterious. I wish you guys would stop picking on noobs. I know you think it's fun and funny, but you were noobs once too. Lucy Genix, I don't really know much about her. Zardos1 and VX Zone, they are personal friends of mine. I don't know that I'll ever not be friends with them. They've been there for me. We've had some really deep conversations. They're good friends of mine. LeBanner, he's an awesome player. I find it striking that he is on this list in a team because he's always struck me as a person to not get involved in teams because he didn't want to get involved in the drama that does tend to happen amongst the teams. He's a really talented, skilled player, and he's a really cool guy. I really respect and admire him as a player. And he actually has made some comments on some of my kind of social commentary political videos. And so I really appreciate him in more ways than one. So, LeBanner, ladies and gentlemen. But we also have, I don't know who 1 times Miss Sherry XL. I don't know who that is. I've never played with them. Then, on the other team, oh, oops, that's a different thing. On this team, Team Legendary, which is Kenny's team. Killer Kenny or Kenny and then some numbers. I suppose the cat's out of the bag on this one. Kenny is Beth the Gaming Girl. Surprise! I think most people know that by now, though. He used to actually be really, really good friends with Tomb Raider NJ and some of the people on the other team. He's a very skilled player. Tomb Raider NJ and Kenny are probably 2 of the most skilled players I can think of on the PS4 platform. They're extremely hard, extremely challenging. But on his team, he's got Batu Han Soy Lu and Ido Jack, 2 French guys that are brothers through marriage. Batu Han Soy Lu and Ido Jack used to be really rude to me and send me pictures of naked monkeys. What else would they be? They do have clothed monkeys, actually, that they have sent me. But Batu has sent me a lot of pictures of monkeys having sex. He doesn't do that anymore, but that used to be a thing with him. Black Sea is someone else that, I'm pretty cool with. He's a German guy, older guy. King Froz, I've just recently seen him coming into the Tomb Raider scene. He is a level 60, he's not triple 60, and if he's been around, I've not seen him until late. But he's got skill. I gotta give him that. He's got some skill. MXRtality, he's a good friend of mine. I'm friends with on both sides here. I'm still Jinx. I can't, it's hard for me to, I can see the negative attributes and the positive attributes from both sides. I understand both sides of the situation here, so that's hard. But you have JMCB. He's very skilled as well. Don't know much about him. I think there was another one that was on their team that starts with an A, and I don't remember his name, but he's kind of new to it as well. But anyway, yeah, here's another team legendary picture. But anyway, so those are kind of the current teams that are around, and really there's quite a lot. I mean, there's a lot of players involved in this circle, and I mean, it's hard to pit any one team to these players. Like I said in the first one, the teams that are around now, they change quite frequently. It just depends on what's going on at the time. You basically have a very, very large surplus of triple 60 players or very skilled players that are friends with each other, and we all know each other. And then certain teams kind of break off. The whole point behind the True Eyes, that was VX Zone and Stardust 1 and Reinhardt's thing, where they know and see all that happens in Tomb Raider. The Jinx Squad Veritas Endless Strat is something that I had on mine. What that stood for was valor, integrity, honesty, all that kind of stuff. Originally, like, that goes back to the PS3 days where Muhammadism, Halito, and I, and many others went around helping noobs against people that were kind of abusing the power, like just we bad boys. And we still kind of try and do that today. We still kind of try and go around and just kind of test the status quo that has been invented by people, not the actual game itself. But, you know, people go around and pick on others, and like, I go where I'm needed, I guess. Sometimes I pop up in lobbies and I just play, and, you know, people might leave going like, wow, that Jinx guy, he's an asshole. I'm going to tell you, if you're a noob, I will probably kill you a lot of times. I will. And don't take it personal. Like, if you want pointers, like, I'll be glad to take you into a private lobby and teach you some things, but just know this, I'm not going to stand there and let you kill me. Don't leave because I'm opening shots on you. I'm actually, if I invite you to a private match to teach you something, and I'm killing you, believe it or not, I'm probably taking it easy on you to help you learn. But you're not going to learn the game by being just standing there doing nothing. You're not going to learn how to be as fast and swift and use some of the techniques and strategies that some of these other players use. They're very fast. We've been playing this game for a long time, so we know things about it. And some of those things just take time. They take practice. That's how I got good at it. I went into private matches, private free-for-alls actually, with a multitude of different players, and we would always try to find the most skilled players that we could find and just pit ourselves against them, and we would play like that over and over and over again, day after day after day. Eventually got to the point where it just gets to the point where you develop skill. You get used to it. You get used to how fast-paced and how intense it is, and when you go into the public lobby, you seem like a demon or like a monster, unless you run into other people that play like that. But anyway, I wish for peace between both of these teams. They all once, at one time, were friends with each other. There's like a mixed match in between there. They're all really great players, very skilled, and I really hope that they can overcome their differences, and I hope the ones that went off to Uncharted 4 to seek solace and refuge from the drama, I hope at some point you realize that the drama is kind of started amongst the people who create it. I mean, I talk to all of you guys, and I'm not involved in the drama. I don't even know what the situation is on why you have these two teams. I don't even know. And that's how I stay out of it. I listen to each side of the story, and I give my intake as an outside party, as a friend. Like I said, you guys all used to be friends, although if you guys all become friends again, the one thing that I will not look forward to is all of the ceasefire deals. Right now, if these two teams got into a room with each other, they would open fire on each other. That I know. But if they become friends again, I don't think that they will. And it makes me playing the game, for me, less exciting, because then you have all these people with ceasefire deals, and I'll end up in a match where I just walk around and look at paintings on the wall because nobody's killing each other, and that's not fun. I want to play a game. I want to fucking kill each other. But anyway, you guys are all great. All of you. And I have put together this montage, and I hope you enjoy. I will release it on this. This will be a monetized video, so I hope by a third party, not by myself. So I hope those of you that are in other countries, you are able to view this. Anyway, see you on the playing field, Tomb Raider fans.
You for a lifetime. You're my favorite movie. 1,000 endings. You mean everything to me. I never know what's coming. Forever fascinating. Oh, good, don't stop running. For me, 'cause I'll always be waiting. You are my cinema. I could watch you forever. You forever. You are my cinema, a Hollywood treasure. Love you just the way you are, my cinema, my cinema.
Get up, get down, roof that down. My DJ gonna break it down. Get up, get down, roof that down. My DJ gonna break it down. Get up, get down, roof that down. My DJ gonna break it down. Get up, get down, roof that down.
The bass.
The bass.